Hey guys, it's Tamara Bennett from Southern Adornments Decor. Today we're going to be painting one of my favorite things, the Little Debbie tree cakes. So these are a beloved holiday classic that have gained a lot of popularity lately. Um, I've done a couple of different door hangers with tree cakes on them, but I've never done just a door hanger that's just a tree cake. I've done them like on a round or something like that, little smaller tree cakes. And so this will be a really fun one to do. I'm thinking we may even do like the sprinkles with some puffy paint and things like that. I debated on whether to use snow text for part of this for a texture. I don't know. I'm not sold on the idea just yet, so I'm still thinking about that one. So y'all say hi as you come in. Tell me where you're watching from, and tell me if you've got this template or not, because it is a free template that we have released to you guys recently. And you can get it just by going to the link up in the video. And if you're watching on TikTok, you can go to my website, southernadornmentsdecor.com, and it should be pinned up to the top of the website where you can go and get it. So all you have to do is put in your name and your email. And I think this thing keeps sliding or something. It's like every time I think I've got it fastened, I must not have it tight enough because it keeps rotating. Oh, that's even worse. I just righty tighty, lefty loosey, Tamara. I can't seem to get this thing stationed exactly how I want. Every time I get it, I look up and it looks like it's shifted. So y'all will have to tell me if it starts falling again. Hannah got the template. Awesome. This is a free template that we are giving out. It is the Christmas tree cake template. And not only do you get the template, but you also get signed up when you put in your email to get all of our Black Friday specials listed early. So if you want to know what our Black Friday sales are going to be, because every week we're going to have a different sale going on, you get to find out what they are ahead of time. So go to the website that I put up in the video description for you. I can also put it down here in the comments if that's helpful. And hold on a second. Let me copy and paste this for you. And put in your email, and you're going to get an email in your inbox with a link to download the template. And also somewhere in that email is the list of all of our specials. It'll have the dates, when they're happening, what they're going to be. So you'll get to like look at that ahead of time. Sandy says, I'm at home sick with kids today. Oh, with sick kids. My oldest is sick today. He has been in the bed for 3 days, y'all. He's just so sick. So I don't know if it's flu or COVID or what, but he is in his room. He's been quarantined. Regardless, I don't want to get it. Vanessa says, I don't have the template yet. I'm not good at cutting. I'm still practicing. Okay. I'm so glad you said this, Vanessa. Even if you're not good at, is that thing still moving? I swear it's like minimally moving. Even if you're not good at cutting door hangers yet, you can still use this template. Let me give you a couple ideas. You could trace it on a wood block because it comes with different sizes, right? So you could trace it on a wood block and make little decor for your shelf or your tiered tray. You could trace it on a wooden round or any piece of like wood or canvas that you have. Just think of like a surface that you have already on hand or you could pick up easily that you could trace this onto, and you could still paint your own little Christmas tree cake. You're welcome, Heather. I'm glad you're enjoying the template. Laura's got it. Awesome. Does anybody else have questions or ideas about, tell me what ideas you have about how you could use this, even if you're not comfortable cutting out your own pieces yet. And if you have a laser or a glow forge or something like that, you can use this file in your laser or your glow forge to cut out your own piece. I cut this one with my Thunder laser, and it's roughly 20 inches, maybe like 19 inches tall. Okay, I'm glad that was helpful. There is a respiratory infection going on. It could be that. I don't know. There are so many things going on around right now with the kiddos. Does it come as an SVG? Yes, it does, Raina. All right, y'all. Y'all want to get started painting? While I'm getting this painted, we're going to do a base coat of white around most of the cake. And then on the side here, it's going to actually look kind of like the color of cake. So we're going to put that on the side, but we're going to do white over most of it. Where is my, oh, here it is. I thought my white paint had walked away. I swear this thing is still sliding. I'm having technical difficulties today, and I'm unsupervised. Aaliyah is usually here to make sure I don't go squirrely. And she's not here today because Travis is sick. So she's watching from home. Stephanie says, I'm not good at cutting yet, but I'm taking advantage of getting the templates. I also really love the design already. Look, it's moving. What is up with this thing? Hold on. I'm going to get up here and tighten the arm on this thing, so maybe it'll stop. I can't do it from my seated position. It's all out of whack. All right. Maybe it won't do it again. Let's see. You really like the etched ones? Well, I've got this blank in the shop for you guys. If you don't want to cut it yourself, you can get the etched blank from us in 4 different sizes, I believe. Flu is bad in Louisiana. It's bad here too. It's everywhere. Good morning, Cynthia. Looking forward to seeing you at the Jingle and Mingle this weekend. We've got an event in Grand Rivers, Kentucky this weekend for a lot of our Painter Clubhouse sisters are getting together, and we're going to paint and craft all day. It's going to be a blast. Stephanie says, leftover ghost from Halloween. I don't understand what you mean. If only we could find the cakes in stores. We have some here. I saw them in my Walmart not long ago. And actually, y'all, I brought some home from trick-or-treating last night. It's so funny. My mother-in-law, we call her Granny, she had candy out for the kids when we trick-or-treated at her house last night. But right next to all the candy, she had ding-dongs and honey buns and Christmas tree cakes and bags of Fruit Loops. I think she went through her pantry and pulled out everything a kid or an adult, for that matter, would love. And my kids like stocked up on candy, but then they also stocked up on all the Little Debbies and things like that. Because we don't normally buy that stuff to keep at our house because we have no self-control. So we don't buy that stuff to keep in our pantry, or we would just eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So, but we did come home with a few goodies last night. Oh, Christina, I hope your daughter feels good, better today, better soon. Sandra says, I'm off today. I don't have to work. Oh, wonderful. Something else awesome I wanted to tell you guys about. If you didn't see it, do you see the door hanger hanging up behind me? That is our Happy Every Month door hanger. And we have put together a Christmas gift box with that blank and 5 other blanks. Do you see the little flower hanging from it? But it's also got 5 other little blanks that you can attach to the little piece of Velcro on there. And it comes with a video tutorial. It's over $100 value, shipping included. You can get that for $65. And I think it would just be a really, whoops, I wasn't supposed to paint over that area. I think it would be a really great gift for somebody who wants to be crafty, but maybe they're a little intimidated because it is still doing it, isn't it? Sorry. Oh, this is really obnoxious. Because it comes with the video tutorial for you to walk you exactly through how to paint it like that. We're going to do the polka dots and the sponge or the splatter paint and stuff like that. And so maybe it would even be a good gift for you. You could gift it to yourself or have somebody in your family buy one for you. But it just makes the gift giving really easy for a person that you know, or for you who's crafty, because it's something they can make and hang up on their door and be super proud of it all year long, because it has all those little attachments that you can change out for all the different seasons. And so, you know, you're kind of giving them 2 gifts in one. One, you're giving them the gift of something cute to hang on their door all year, but 2, you're giving them the gift of like learning to paint, because once they learn to paint that, their confidence is going to be boosted. They're going to be so proud of themselves. And they're gonna, I mean, I know how people feel when they paint their first door hanger. They're always so amazed at themselves and so proud. I know I was when I painted my first door hanger. It was a snowman. And I was so proud to hang that little thing up on my door. I'm like, I didn't buy this in a store. I wasn't given this. This was something I made myself and put on the door. And every time somebody came and knocked on the door and asked about it, I was so super proud. So if you're interested, we have the Christmas gift boxes on sale. The pre-order ends tomorrow. So if you're going to get one, you got to get it before tomorrow. It's $65, shipping included. It even comes in a super cute gift box. So you probably wouldn't even have to wrap it if you didn't want to. You love my paintbrush. Thank you, Samantha. And it would just be a great gift for you or for somebody creative in your life. Sandra says, I'd love to have a template. The template is free. You can go and download it up in the video description. Just click that link. Taylor says on TikTok, how did you get started painting? So years ago, when my husband was deployed to Afghanistan, I was at home with two little kids at the time. I'm thinking about hang on, pause that story for a second. Do y'all think I should use this Snow-Tex and mix it with tan paint to make a sort of cakey texture on the side? Comment yes or no. What do you think? While I'm telling my story. And I was at home with two little boys who were very rowdy, and I was craving talking to an adult. Like, I was so tired of talking to the kids. I'm like, I just need to speak to another sane person right now. And so I started doing craft parties. I called them Pinterest parties in my home. And everybody's saying yes. Okay. I started doing Pinterest parties in my home and inviting my church friends and anybody who would volunteer to come and paint and craft with me. And so I would take like a list. I would get people to kind of like sign up ahead of time. That way I knew how many supplies I needed to get. And I would tell them the cost, and they would just pay I wasn't even really making any money on it, y'all. I was just charging enough to cover supplies. I'm scraping out some of this Snow-Tex into my egg carton. That way I can mix it with the paint. But I was just barely charging enough to cover supplies. And it was a way for me to get some crafting done, enjoy some female adult fellowship, and to visit with friends. And a lot of these ladies, they were like craving talking to another adult too. And so they ended up bringing their kids with them. And my kids had a playroom, so we just sent the kids off to the playroom, and they played and had a great old time. And we painted a door hanger at one of those. I'm putting this color burlap in here, and I'm mixing. I don't do this very often, so y'all bear with me. This may take a minute, and this color doesn't look quite right. Let's try desert sand. It's got a warmer color to it. But anyway, we painted a door hanger. That snowman door hanger was one of the very first projects we ever did. And I had never painted a door hanger before, but I was like, hey, come over. We'll figure it out together. And so we pretty much had a picture from Pinterest. We looked at the picture and we tried to emulate what we saw. Plus, we kind of made it our own too, like changing up the colors and adding different things to the snowman. And are we supposed to add water to this? I don't use this stuff very often. I think mine is old because it's a little dry. So let's add a little water to it. But anyway, needless to say, we did this for several months until my husband came home from deployment. And I kind of became pretty decent at painting in that time and discovered that I really enjoyed it. And the rest is kind of history, because after he came home, I ended up deciding to start a business teaching painting. And it was the biggest blessing, because it allowed me to continue to provide like for our family, but also to be able to stay home and to do something I love. So Aaliyah says she's unsupervised. I'm sorry, folks. I told y'all I was unsupervised. You never know what's going to happen when Aaliyah's not here and I'm crafting in here on live by myself. I squirrel out. Okay. Tina says, so did we get 2 more blanks in the box with the wreath that ordered like I got before? Tina, this is not the big box of blanks. This is just a gift box. And so it comes with 1 piece like this and 6 of the attachments. And so the quantity of blanks is different and the sizes are different than like what we do in the big box of blanks, but the dollar amount value is about the same. And so it also includes shipping, and it includes the tutorials and things like that. And so I think it's a really great gift idea for somebody. Okay. Let me clean this off because this will dry and make my paintbrush all crusty. And let's see how this goes. Let's see. I think I might have missed a question. Oh, yeah. I'm live on Facebook. That's who I'm talking to. Okay. So let me show y'all what this looks like. Do you see? It kind of looks like cake or something all ground up. So let's see what this looks like. Oh, we may have to actually, you know what we may have to do before we do that? And it's really thick. I may need to add some more paint and maybe even paint the base of this. I kind of wanted it to have a texture, but I think I may need to paint the base a base color and then use this as a texture kind of on top of it. That way it doesn't take up every single bit of my snow text. Of course, I picked the color I'm nearly out of. It's all good up in the hood. We'll be fine. We'll figure it out as we go. Okay, so this is the cake part. We're putting this kind of on the side. And then we'll add the snow text on top of it for some texture. I really wish I had some of that texture paint from Decor that is real thick, because that would be really cool to paint the white part with that. But I didn't have any of it. I had it, but I had it in the wrong color. I had it in like a copper color, which is not helpful for this, and like a teal, I think. My camera's moving again, isn't it? Let's see. Sheila says you could also paint the other side of the polka dot door hanger something different, so you could alternate through the seasons. I like that. Yeah, you could do like one side more neutral or you know, just different so that it felt like a different door hanger when you flipped it around. Thank you, Heather. She likes my shirt. I think I bought this one on the Ruffle Girls website because it was kind of like a mom and me sort of design. So Charlie has one just like it, and she and I can match. She loves matching me. Isn't that sweet?
Hey, Mom.
Here comes my son who's sick. You're going to be on camera if you walk down here.
Okay, well,
He
you're going to
doesn't
get a hug.
Oh, thanks. Spreading the germs. Thanks.
You're welcome. You're probably going to get sick.
You better not hope that on me.
I didn't say I cool.
Don't put that bad juju on me. Get out of here. He's going to make me sick. Okay, I'm going to dry this. That way we can start doing the sand. The sand. It looks like sand. The snow text. What color is the cake part? It is desert sand. What is my code for pear eyewear? I don't have a code, I don't think. Let me see.
I'm going to ask, what was that big semi-truck that came through earlier?
I don't know. Oh, it was dropping off stuff for the porch.
I figured. Is that Wes's truck?
Yes.
Okay.
We are located in Western Kentucky. I forgot to answer that question on TikTok. Sorry. Hey, Sherry. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, so the next big box of blanks, Tina, will be going out toward the end of December. It's scheduled to go out by January the 1st, but you know, January the 1st is a holiday, so we may try to send it out a day or two early. We'll see how quickly we get them packed up. Y'all, I tried to comment my shortcut for my pear eyewear, and it didn't actually send the whole message. Sorry. There you go. Okay. It's kind of dry now, and I don't think a paintbrush is going to work well for this. So let's use our fingers. We're going to pick up this snow text and see how this looks kind of spread on here, because I feel like I can spread it better with my fingers than I can with a brush. It's kind of a gritty sort of texture, so I don't know if it's going to be the right texture for a cake, but I'm going to keep on keeping on anyway and trust the process and hope this turns out cute regardless. Because even if I did this and hated it, I mean, I could probably sand this off and repaint this part a different color. So don't be afraid to experiment and try things like this. If you're nervous about it, maybe just don't do it on a Facebook like I'm doing. I think I kind of like it though. Can y'all can't see the texture. Can you see the texture? That's cool. It's very messy. I'm like, it's all over my fingers. It's all up in my fingernails. I changed out my red aspen. If y'all want to see my latest manicure, this is the sparkle. I forget what it's called. And then this one you can't really see, but it's like a matte black with gloss leopard on top of it. How many of you guys snagged some red aspen on sale when they had their Halloween sale? It may still be going on. I don't know. I don't know if it ended on Halloween, but they had a lot of their Halloween dashes 25% off. You kind of have to like just keep spreading. So I'm just kind of continually just spreading it with my finger. And it's kind of running off the edge of my finger here, but just keep pushing it into the area you want it. You could also, I didn't even think about this till just now, but you could probably also use like a paint palette. Not a paint palette. What am I trying to say? Palette knife. You could also probably use a palette knife to spread it around. I think I mixed up too much of this because it really didn't. I thought it was going to take a lot to cover this big of an area, but oh, there's a hair. But it really didn't. So I suppose if I wanted to, since I've got all this extra left over, I could do it thicker in some areas to really make it more textured. What questions do you have? What am I using? Vanessa, this is Snow Tex. It's a product by Decor, and you can mix paint with it to make a texture. So, you know, if you were doing snow, you could just mix white paint with it or water with it and just use it as like a white snow sort of texture. Or you could do tan with it and make a sandy beach. Anything that you wanted a texture. Or if you were doing like bricks on something, that would be really cool. You could mix like red or brown with it and make like a textured brick. Leah says, I love that you're using expensive tools. I know, right? Everybody has this. Anybody can do this technique. You don't have to use anything fancy. So I'm just using, since I made way too much of it, I'm just kind of adding it on. So making it a little thicker so that it looks even more 3D. Kind of cakeish. I've used it as snow before. I've never used it as beach sand, but I know some of my Painters Clubhouse girls have. Oh, and sorry, for those of you on TikTok, this is what we're using, Snow Tex, and it's mixed with tan paint, and we're using it on a piece of wood that has been laser cut to look like a Little Debbie snack tree cake. So that's what we're working on right now. And this is a free template that you can get on my website. And even if you're not adept with cutting tools like a jigsaw or a scroll saw, you could trace this on like a wooden round or a little wooden block and make like a smaller version of this to like sit on your shelf with your other Christmas decor. Or you could make like a cute little ornament, something like that. But it's just a fun way of painting on something that's not canvas. It's a door hanger. We're going to hang it on the door. All right. I got to get a baby wipe and clean my hands up. Where did my baby wipes go? Hold on. They're across the room. It's great with glitter. What? You can mix glitter with Snow Tex? I have not heard about this. Have not tried it. Don't forget the very top. This is actually icing. That part's not going to be cake. Mary Ellen says she's going to add that to the one she painted with me last year. I love that idea. Hello. I don't know who called me Sunshine, but I like it. Washing my hands in the sink would probably be easier than doing this with a baby wipe, but it'll get the job done for now. Okay. So you can mix glitter with it. I didn't know that. All right. So there's our cake. And that's going to have to dry before we can do anything else with it, but I'll give you sort of an up close look. That's a real chunky piece. Let's tamp that down a little bit. Settle down now. There we go. Hey, Alicia. Yeah, this part's not going to be cake. This part's going to be red icing that's kind of draped across it. All right, let's do another coat of white. And like I said, if you wanted to make this really textured, you could get the texture paint from Decor. They come in like a little pot, and you could get it in white. I don't have that, or I would. That would be really cool. And you could make the white look kind of like textured icing. We'll do that next time, okay? I'll have to order it. I've never used it in white before. I've used it in other colors, but we're going to do a second coat of white on here while that's drying. And then we'll start to add our icing and stuff like that. And if you're just now hopping on, go grab your free Christmas tree cake template at the link up in the video description, or grab it over at southernadornmentsdecor.com on my website. You can make your own Christmas tree cake door hanger. You can also get the entire preview of our Black Friday specials. So every week leading up to Black Friday, we're going to have a different weekly deal going on. Our current weekly deal is for this door hanger that you see hanging up behind me. It's our Christmas gift box deal. You get that door hanger plus 6 different attachments, and it's all in a cute little Christmas gift box that you can gift to yourself or to somebody else who's crafty and creative in your life. It does not come painted. It does come with a video tutorial to walk you through how to paint it yourself. And so if you don't like my colors, maybe you're not as bright and colorful as that, you could go ahead and use like neutrals or something like that, and make yours super cute anyway. And you could hang it up on your door and enjoy it all year long. And I put the link to that weekly deal in the video description as well. And next week, actually, that deal ends tomorrow, November the 3rd. And then on Friday, we will announce what the next weekly deal is going to be. So if you get that email, you'll have a hint as to what that's going to be. But if not, then you'll find out on Friday, Fab 5. Let's see. My little paintbrush on TikTok. I have to put my hand up like this or I can't see the comments for all the white in the background. Says, just wanted to hop in and say, hi, love your style. And I stalk you on the regular. Thank you. I appreciate it. November the 2nd. Yes. Did I say the 3rd? Sorry. Tomorrow. Hi, Wanda. Good afternoon. Hey, Kay. It already looks 3D. Yay. Mission accomplished. Okay, let's try it so we can do some icing. Tina says, I want to order the new big box that's coming up in January. Just let me know when, please. Okay. You'll have to be on our big box wait list. So if you need to email customer service, they'll tell you how to get on that, or go to our website and click on the link for Big Box of Blanks. And you'll be notified when we open up some more spots. I think we might have a few spots available after this last box went out, but I'm not quite sure. We'll have to find out and see. But we're not going to open up a ton more spots for the next one. We probably won't open up a lot more spots until the spring. So when we send out an email, you're going to have to hop on it because I don't know how long those spots will be available. Also, anybody who buys this gift box, there will be a little insert in the gift box inviting you to join the Big Box of Blanks. So Tina, if you want to have a guaranteed invitation to join Big Box of Blanks, all you got to do is get this gift box, or not this gift box, that gift box. I was pointing at the wrong thing. Get that gift box, and there will be a little invitation in there to join the Big Box of Blanks. Okay, I think it might need a 3rd coat of white in some spots. See how it's looking kind of spotty right over here as it dries? What did you use for the cake part? Carolyn, it is Snowtex mixed with desert sand colored paint. So this stuff is naturally white, and we mixed it to make this texture paint. Okay, let's do one more coat of white. Oh, hold on. I need more white paint. And then we get to start adding the fun little details. Did you know that they have different flavors of Christmas tree cakes? They have like the classic white ones with the yellow cake. And then they have chocolate ones. And I think they even have red velvet now. Me personally, I'm going to stick with the classic. How do y'all feel about that? Would y'all like the chocolate or the red velvet? Classic white is for me. Thank you. Lori says, I love this. White is a tough color to paint. Sometimes I always feel like I have to do multiple coats to get a good, even coverage. But that's okay. It's just teaching me to be patient. Trust the process. You like the classic too, Susie? Alicia does too. Hey, Pam, it's okay that you're late. You can watch this back on the replay if you want. So far, all we've done is paint the background white, and then we did the cake part with textured Snowtex. Whoops. There's another hair on my painting. I must be shedding hair today. It was stuck in the paint. Okay, one more dry session, and then we'll... Diane says the chocolate ones are good. I haven't tried them, so I really can't say. Will we get an email for the Christmas box if you're on the wait list? I don't know if you do. I think you probably have to opt in for, or you probably have to just go to our website if you're wanting the Christmas. Are you wanting the Christmas box, Melinda? Because if you are, just go to shopdoorhangers.com and it's right there. Jen says, I'm going to be snow texting everything. You would be open to trying the red velvets? Oh, Sally, having the heat gun on hand, that's what this is. It's a little crafting heat gun. It's so handy because, you know, you don't have to sit around and wait for the paint to dry. You can just dry it and put your other coat on it and keep going. My daughter is good. We went out trick-or-treating with her last night. Charlie was, she was a mermaid. She was so cute. Y'all want to see a picture of her? Let me see if I can pull one up real quick while I'm waiting for this to dry. Yes, I can. Okay, here's Charlie. It's uploading. There we go. There's Charlie. She was a mermaid last night. She was so cute. Let me see if I can also put up a picture of her face up close. Because it was, we did scales on her cheeks. Here we go. Here's a, well, this is probably a better picture. She kept doing like this little fishy face. But we did scales on her cheeks with, we used a piece of vinyl and we cut like little fish scales out of the vinyl. Let me see if I can get this off screen. There we go. And then we painted over the scales. Can y'all see that? You can't really see the scales. The scales are kind of on the side right here. But then this right here is like a little sticker that sticks on her face as jewels. She felt so fancy last night. Your husband's addicted to snack cakes. You should paint this for him. He would probably love it. Thank you. You like my shirt? I think I got it on the Ruffle Girls website. It's a little warm in here though with all the heat gun going. Okay, I didn't really get this dry up here. Did any of you dress up for Halloween last night? What did you dress up as? Sue, I wish you could. Oh, thank you, Tina. She's my mini-me. All right, so next we can take red. Well, I'm just going to use the primary red. And we're going to do the red icing that's kind of drizzled across the tree cakes. And then we'll do our sprinkles. Okay, I'm just going to take sort of a filbert tip brush for this because I want the ends or the edges of my icing to look soft. Get it a little wet. Dip it in our primary red. And then this spot that y'all thought I missed up here, that's actually icing. Notice I'm using a fairly large brush. It's almost the same as the end of my finger because this icing is, this little section of icing is actually pretty wide, the where it's lasered on here. I may actually need a bigger one. Hold on. Let's go with this one. I don't know if this is still a filbert tip brush since the bristles are so long. I'm not quite sure. But the end of it still looks like a filbert. But this will also hold lots of paint. So when I make a stroke, it kind of spreads out a little bit more and covers a little bit more. And it kind of goes onto the cake part and then over the edge also. So don't be afraid to make those red lines bold. You could put some words on this if you wanted to. This one doesn't have any words lasered on it, but you could put like "'tis the season" or your last name. Like I could put the Bennetts, or I don't know if y'all could think of another cute little saying. Let me know. You could put words on it if you wanted to, or you could just put a cute bow on it and call it a day. So remember how we were talking about if you could use this snow text for bricks? I just realized like you could put the snow text down on as a background on something, and then you could paint over it with your brick colors and it's still texture. So then you wouldn't have to mix multiple colors of the snow text for the bricks. You could just use it as the background color for the brick. Like if you were painting a house shape or something like that and wanted bricks on it. And then you could paint each little brick a different color if you wanted different colors or something like that. That would just make a really cool texture. Oh, Christmas tree. I like that saying. Does your shirt have a hood? It does. It does. It's a leopard print hood. The Merry and Bright tree cake door hanger is what got you hooked. Got you hooked on eating the tree cakes or painting tree cakes? The Tree Cake Company has no idea, or they probably do by now, how much crafters have helped reignite everyone's love for tree cakes. Okay, we got the red done. Somebody said you just can't see the etched lines. What do you mean? Did somebody ask a question about that? Laura dressed up as Mary Sanderson and handed out candy. I love it. I love the Hocus Pocus gals. Carrie says, our small town does trick-or-treating on Main, and the businesses set up booths and hand out candy. That's a fun idea. Oh, under the snow tech, yeah. That's true. Yeah, if you were to use snow tech across your entire door hanger, then you wouldn't be able to see your etched lines anymore. So just kind of keep that in mind. The snow tech's really elevated this one. I think so too, Jen. Where is that hoodie from? Go to rufflegirls.com, I think. Y'all like it? I also have a Halloween one that I wore last night that's like black and white, and it says boo across the chest, and it's super cute. But, you know, Halloween's over. I should have wore it today just to celebrate one more day, but that would be weird wearing I guess it is weird wearing a fall shirt and painting a Christmas design, but I haven't worn this one yet. It's been too warm for anything long sleeve. It's hard crafting in long sleeves too. Hey, Terry. You haven't missed a whole lot. We painted the background. We added a texture to our, whoops, accidentally got a little red paint right there. We added some texture to our cake. And then we painted our icing. And now we're going to put our sprinkles on, and we're going to use puffy paints. So I've got neon green and regular green in these puff paint colors from Walmart. These are just fun little puff paints from the craft section. And we're going to do sprinkles with these. So kind of squeeze the paint out and just make a line. And if it kind of burps like that on you, just make the line a little wider. So I'm just kind of squeezing and making these little sprinkles. You can even make some of them kind of go halfway on the icing, like they were sprinkled on after the icing was put on. Spread them out a little bit because you are going to do some of the darker green ones too. So you don't want to fill it up too much with the lime green. Leave yourself some room for the darker green. This is so satisfying because it's so quick. And if you're terrified to use this, practice on cardboard or something first. Or a paper plate or a piece of paper. But this is what they look like. Look. Don't they look like little sprinkles? Super cute. Okay, let's do the darker green. You just kind of have to shake it at first and kind of get all the paint down into the tip of the bottle. So I always like to do like that to make the paint go down in there. The little tree cakes have like green sprinkles in 2 different colors. So that's why we're using the dark green and the light green. And you can make these little sprinkles as thick or thin as you want. I'm kind of just squeezing it out a little thicker, and that way they stand out a little bit. Because if they're too thin, they won't really look 3D, especially on a door hanger this big. It's hard to know when to quit because it's kind of fun and I want to just keep doing it. Maybe like one more right in here. Okay, what do you think? Can I buy the wood piece? Yes, Christy, you can. It's at shopdoorhangers.com. This is like the 20-inch size one. And so it will come with the lines lasered on it, so you know where to put the sprinkle, or you know where to put the the icing, and you know where to put the cake part. Let me show y'all up close. See the sprinkles? They look kind of 3D. And then the cake looks kind of 3D. I just realized we're not done with this. I forgot to add, I like to add some little black lines to it. I was thinking we were done. Hold on. We're not done. We're not done. So I'm just going to do this with a round tip brush, although some of you may not be comfortable with that and you may want to do like a paint pen. What kind of paint is it? Mostly we've been using Deco Art Americana, but these are puff paints, are not Deco Art. They are something else. I don't know. I think they're maybe made by the Plaid company, but it just says puffy paints on it. So I'm not quite sure. Where do you live? I'm in Western Kentucky. The hoodie is from Ruffle Girls. Everybody wants the hoodie. Okay, so I've got some black paint on a round tip brush, and I'm just going to kind of accent the shape of this. And this might terrify you if you're not real comfortable doing this part. But I'm just kind of letting my hand glide along the edge of the door hanger. I'm not painting over the sprinkles, kind of leaving those be. But this just kind of adds a little bit more to the shape. So now let's go down this side. And it doesn't have to be a perfectly straight line. It doesn't even have to be an even line. Like I'm using a round tip brush for this. But I just kind of like the way it kind of accents the shape of it. And then I may do a little bit on the texture out here. I'm just letting that brush drag and bump along the lines. It's okay if it looks textured. It's fine. But see how that suddenly like made it look like it's popping a little bit more. Like the whole shape is accented just a hair more. The shirt was Ruffle Girls. Yeah. I need to be an affiliate for Ruffle Girls, don't I? The red covered really well. Sometimes, yeah, this is primary red. And I mean, if you look up close, there's a little bit of inconsistency in the colors. So don't think that, you know, just because I'm holding it back here, it's perfect. But, you know, don't overanalyze it too much either. Don't agonize over getting the colors just perfect and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, when you're painting over icing, it's supposed to look like food. So it's fine. All right, y'all, grab this template for free at the link up in the video description. Go and get yourself on our Black Friday waitlist so you can see what specials are starting this Friday. Every Friday, we'll have a different special coming up in the month of November. Right now, our current special is to get this gift box design. So you'll get the blank to make this door hanger. Let me show you it up close too. It's got polka dots and splatter paint. Super cute. And then it's got this little piece that, hold on, let me swing this out of my way. It's got this little piece that comes on and off, and this is not going to come painted. It's going to come ready for you to paint with 6 different attachments. So you've got a flower, you've got a pumpkin, an Easter egg, a Christmas tree, a heart for Valentine's Day, and a flag for the patriotic holidays. And so you can paint this any way you like, or you can follow the video. You could keep it for yourself and hang it on your door, or you could gift it to somebody else after it's already painted. Or if your friend is crafty that you're buying this for, give them the blanks and let them enjoy painting it. So it's a great little gift box. It's over $100 value. You get it for $65 shipped, and it just makes so much easier for you to just check that person off your list. Already done. And when it comes, all you got to do is write their name on the box and stick it under the tree. You can wrap it if you want to, but the box is going to come like this. Let me show you how cute the box is. It comes like this. It says Merry Christmas, y'all, right in the middle of the box. It's super cute. Hopefully that white doesn't get too scuffed up in the mail, and it does arrive still cute. But you guys can gift it painted or unpainted, depending on the person receiving it and whether you think they would like it painted already or not. All right. And those will be shipping out the first week of December. So we're just doing a pre-order for them right now that ends tomorrow. And yeah, we'll ship them out the first week of December. I think that was all I was going to tell you about that. Could you link the wooden piece? It's linked up in the video, Christy. So when the live's over, just tap on one of the little links up in the video description. It's right there. How do you know when to use black or white? Alicia, so for this one, because it has so much white on it, if I had highlighted it in white, obviously it wouldn't even show up. So I used just black to sort of outline the edges, and you can see that it's not like a perfect black line. It's just an accent. If this was a drawer hanger that had a lot more color on it, then I might still use black to kind of accent some of the outlines, but I might also add a highlight in places to make it look like the light is sort of bouncing off areas that I want to look not necessarily dimensional, but just to be highlighted. So the more you do this, the more you'll get a feel for that sort of thing. It's really hard to kind of explain, but I think the more you paint, the more you'll kind of know what to highlight and what to not highlight and how much highlights are enough. It was just one of those things you kind of have to get a feel for it the more you paint. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful afternoon. I'll see you next time. Bye.